Damn. That was 911, also known as Mr. Lonely. This is dinner time. We've got Adam. We've got...
Max.
And Will.
Damn. This is dinner time. We like to play some of our favourite songs, and every so often we sprinkle in a brick from Memory Lane.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
A bit of an
Sprinkle
bit
it.
of a throwback.
Sprinkling a brick. What a term.
Yeah. So we like to do that. So, as we always do, we like to start with a cheeky question.
Oh, very
What is
cheeky.
the worst food you've ever eaten, and why? I'll start off. I've got two.
Oh, okay.
The first one, a tomato.
There you go.
What?
Wrap it up.
Okay.
We're done. It was a tomato, and it was an off tomato, and my dad made me eat it because I was a very fussy eater as a kid.
Yeah.
He was like, "Eat this tomato." I feel like it meant a lot to him as a man. If I didn't eat the tomato, he was losing in some
Did he
way.
know it was like off? Like
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
So he made me eat it. I threw up in the toilet like seconds after. I was like, "I'm never
disgusting.
eating a tomato again."
Is this like a rite of passage in the Hoskin household? Like
I
you
don't
have
know.
to eat a rotten tomato to become a
To
man.
be accepted.
The clean
And you
flavour was
didn't
there.
pass.
No, he didn't. I don't know. It says a lot, really. I was sick, and
Were
I
you
never ate tomatoes again.
Were you
but I
just
eat it
scared
as
of your
ketchup.
dad after that though?
And
Okay.
tomatoes.
Took a few
And
years to-
tomatoes. The other one was on holiday. We went to this restaurant and they were serving pizza. It was like one of those first choice sort of all-inclusive ones, and it was just disgusting. Like the cheese on it, they'd used like cheddar, but the mozzarella hadn't cooked properly. And it just felt like I was eating raw cheese and raw ham and all of this disgusting stuff. And then I saw ants in the corner of the restaurant, and I was sick onto my pizza. And my dad made me... No, I don't think he made me eat it. I think he made me
Makes
cut
you some
around it.
sick pizza.
I'm so
Horrible.
confident he cut round it or something like that, and I ate the rest of the pizza.
Get the value
Hey,
out of it.
if he's paid for it, you're eating it.
No, it's
Yeah.
unclear.
Or he gets a tomato out.
It's this or that. Right?
So yeah, I was sick all over my pizza.
Lovely.
Cheese,
Did you
man,
then
does
eat
it to
that?
you. No, I don't. It's just a cycle. Have you had anything?
Speaking of cheese, like I'm not a big fan of cheese besides mozzarella.
I know,
That's
it's
the most
weird.
I'll further
It's
out.
irritating that
But
you just eat anything else.
this was during first year. This is like Christmas time.
I know what
me
this
and Will
is.
went down to town just have a walkabout, and we went down to Greg's. And Greg's have a really nice selection during Christmas. And they do this like really nice turkey cranberry sausage roll. It's great,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. And then Will got, what did you get?
It was a steak and cheese roll.
Steak
kind
and
of
cheese,
thing.
just bake or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I was enjoying I finished my little whatever I had.
It looks roll.
I said, Will, can I have a bit of that? I just wanted to try it. I've
I
never
said,
tried
yeah.
like a steak bake before, so
I was like, yeah, of course you can, mate.
What is
Of
it,
course.
like
But bit
cheese
into it,
and
it-
steak.
I just wanted to throw up.
He
So
kept
I hate
complaining.
cheese so much.
We were walking back up to sort of Cranbourne sort of way, and he was complaining the entire way home, just like, I feel really ill, I need to lay down.
I took a little bite and I just tasted this cheese.
nothing.
I spit it out
Wait, where did you
And-
spit it?
just on the street.
I think he just spat onto the
It was
floor.
like an instant like, this is horrible, get rid of it. And I just like walked all the way back home to get a drink. It was just stuck in my mouth.
He kept looking at me like I betrayed him.
He was horrible. I was like, how could
poisoned
you eat
him.
this?
I was really enjoying it. I thought it tasted quite nice. It was enjoyable to me.
It's just
I can
cheesy,
kind of,
easy.
like,
It's just cheese.
I can
Yeah.
still kind of taste what it was like.
Thinking about it
yeah,
now.
thinking about it, like I feel sick.
I had such an impact on him, feeding him
Gonna
Greg's.
relapse.
Boycott
Yeah.
Greg's.
No.
Yeah, get rid of them.
I mean, as much as I say I didn't like, my dad like forced me to have this tomato and stuff. I think their cooking was rather good. Is that the same for you guys, or?
Well, this is where my worst food comes from. Now, the thing is, with my worst food is actually quite a regular occurrence. It's every maybe like 2 or 3 Sundays. Every Sunday in my house we'll have a roast. And so I don't know what's wrong with my dad, but basically he will not eat beef that's pink. Any pink.
Any
in
bit
it.
of
It
red.
has
Well
to be
done.
like grey, like
Fully well
really
done.
grey,
Yeah.
really dry. And I don't know what my mum does when she cooks this like roast beef. She just
Like a
absolutely
brisket,
no, like a roast beef, like a
Big old bit.
yeah.
silver side.
I don't
Just a
know.
big
I
bit
don't know
of
what
beef.
cut it is. I don't think it
Okay.
matters. But
He's vegetarian. He doesn't know.
he's just saying things.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just absolutely cremates it. Like it's
Oh.
just, and it just tastes horrible. You have to literally dip it in the gravy at the start of the meal, and then come back to it 10 minutes later to be able to eat it. And my dad's sitting there. He's like, "This is really great steak, Joe. Yeah, it's really nice. It's not even steak, it's beef." And I have to eat that whenever I'm at home, and I get complained at because I complain about it, which is the main issue.
And I find even when you're silent, they ask you how it is. You give your honest opinion, and then they
No.
go mental about
No,
it. as
you
well.
you have to say you like it, which means you get fed it again.
Yeah.
But then if you say you don't
Oh.
like it, you're the villain because you don't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. It's just terrible.
Yeah. Also, I drank some out of date apple juice once, and it had chunks in it, and that was horrible.
Oh, quality.
So it's those two for me.
Oh, wow.
Nice. So message in, any of the hosts, just message us via any means you'd like. Just what is the worst food you've had and why?
A little story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Messaging.
Give us your stories. You guys are my best friends. So we're
Is it
going
a
to
song?
have yeah.
Oh, okay.
So let's have
It's this is a song
Please
called
be
Best
nice.
Friends now.
So let's have a best friend by Rex Orange County.
I should have stayed at home.
Ah, Rex Orange County there with Best Friend. That's a really good tune.
Banger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never heard that song before, but it's good.
I think it's really good. I really like it when the songs do the trumpet bit.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Fanfare.
Yeah, exactly. like a march. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
What have we got planned? Sports stories. I remember now. what
Sport.
we're
Oh,
gonna talk
wow. Sports.
about. As you can imagine, looking at my physique, I was a very natural athlete
Built.
as a
Yeah.
child.
Stacked.
Yeah.
Huge.
And I just wanted to say a story. I've probably got a couple that I could think of about how I was just an athlete at school. Do you ever remember how did you ever not bring your kit to school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
It's scary.
The first time I did it, I had a really nice teacher, and he said, just pretend to go and find your kit around the school for 20 minutes and then go and sit in the changing room.
That's genius.
And so I did that, and I was like, thank you so much. Mr. Bradley, I assume you're not listening, but thank you.
That's really cool.
Yeah. The other times they just shouted at me and gave me detention.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
we had to wear our school clothes.
Really?
Oh, sometimes you could pick stuff out the
Yeah.
lost and found. And
Oh yeah,
my
if
mate,
that didn't work. Sorry.
my mate had to do it in not full girls uniform, but like a girl's top. Which like it's just a normal polo shirt, so like it wasn't that bad,
okay.
but it was a different colour to everyone else's.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, it was light green.
Did
For
you have
us,
that?
we just got like a break time detention.
Oh.
That's
That's not an
That's
item of
pretty
clothing.
horrible. That's pretty horrible, to be fair. And then if you didn't have your kit, you just had to follow the teachers around in your just
like
school uniform. You can't
refereeing,
sit
that's
anywhere.
weird.
You just have to stay out on the field and just like
Yeah, just like chuck the ball in
Wow.
or whatever.
yeah, basically.
I remember it was rounders, and I put on like the non-uniform that I had, like
Yeah.
the from the kit thing where it was all the lost and found. So I had my shorts, perfect fit. Had a top, perfect fit. Obviously couldn't find any shoes. They said, "Well, you're wearing your Clarks or nothing, kid." I was like, "Oh, Clarks are like smooth,
Yeah, I know.
no grip."
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all aware of
dress
them.
shoe
Other
kind of
shoes are
looking
available.
things.
Yeah, dress shoes. And so I had to do not rounders, softball.
Yeah,
because
we can do
that's the
proper
male
baseball.
version apparently.
Yeah.
Even though the exact
'Cause
same game.
Schools are stupid.
Yeah.
And I hit an absolute cracker of a ball. Like,
Yeah.
it honestly goes for miles. And
Yeah.
I was so pleased because I have no hand-eye coordination. So this was the best hit I've ever done in my life. And I was like, right, now I've got to run around these bases. And the fielding team are good because it wasn't a proper team versus team. Because think about how many kids are in a class. There's about 40 doing a sport thing.
Yeah.
So you've not got even teams because everyone has to be playing at once. So there's about 20 fielders. So I've got to run. I fall over at every single base. I got a home run, but I fell over at the first one. Skid over, of course, on like it wasn't even dirt because it's so
It's
dry.
like AstroTurf kind of stuff. Or
No, it was like on a field,
Okay.
but just the dirt was so dry it was dust. So I just fell over on the first one. I fell over on the second one. The third one, everyone's cheering at this point. This is like year 8. All the kids are just like, Adam, Adam, and I'm just running. And obviously I fall over at the
Just
final base
staggering
as
over,
well. I
yeah.
just fell over at every single base. It was just,
That's pretty
Oh, wow.
impressive. I like that.
it was probably a top memory of mine at school,
Yeah.
being an athlete.
Absolute stacked geezer.
Have you guys got any?
I vaguely remember it's like probably year 8. So I was in a lower set back in PE, and everyone knows the lower set is full of people that just do nothing.
How many sets
Yeah.
did you have at PE?
3.
We had
We
3.
had 2.
We had like the first set is like people who are in teams.
Yeah.
The second set is for like just people, and then the third set is for the sports challenged. I guess is the best way
Yeah.
to describe it.
So
No offense.
I was no, that's fine. I got moved up eventually because I was too good. So
Just
we
destroying
were
everyone
doing
else.
swimming. We had an indoor swimming pool in our school. It's
Lucky.
pretty
I was
lucky.
shut down
So-
for asbestos. Continue, sorry.
So I don't know what we're doing specifically, but I was just joking around with my friend Harry and like pretending to like drown. So we're all in the pool.
Classic.
You know where you just kind of like lay in your front, and you just kind of like bob about.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
really
yeah,
good
like, like a floating body.
Yeah, so like a floating body. So me and my friend Harry would joke about like this.
That's
just
terrible.
Like so you can hold your breath the longest. And I did it for so long that the teacher
No!
the teacher jumped in the pool.
Idiot.
Because I was by myself as well. And I got a lunchtime detention because he thought I was drowning. So I got in
Lunchtime.
trouble for that.
Oh,
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm really good at swimming though, so that's alright.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's lucky.
Yeah.
that's. Oh, we had one. The one that was shot down for asbestos. There was a girl. She had hurt her toe, and her toe was falling off.
Mm.
And she went swimming, and we all had gone swimming, and then we found someone's like, "Miss, what's this floating in the water?" It was her toe.
No.
Toenail.
I was going to
Toe
say
came
the
off.
full toe.
The whole foot come off.
The full toe just comes off, gets sucked into the ventilation stuff.
And
It's
then
horrible.
she just started screaming because obviously a toenail had come off,
Yeah.
and it had half. It was actually disgusting.
Yeah, man.
That's horrible.
And that's why we said it got closed down, but it was
Yeah,
asbestos.
it was asbestos. That's a
But-
good.
But
That's a
child bullying's way more
It's a
fun.
good story to cover it up. Just
Yeah.
toe fell off in there.
Yeah, disgusting.
That was asbestos.
It's a library now, so.
Good.
Do you anything, Will?
I in year 7, I didn't realise that when you bat at softball, you do it with your dominant hand.
Yeah.
So I was just copying everyone in front of me, and I'm
you're
left-handed. Yeah. So I went up to bat and I couldn't hit it to save my life. Literally, the teacher's about 2 feet away from me, just tap it. You have to hit the ball, just tap it. And I go, wait, I'm going to try it the other way. And I switch and I hit it as hard as I possibly can, and I absolutely pelt it. And I've never been more proud in my entire life.
Athletes.
Nothing's
Wow.
topped that.
You've
Yeah.
peaked.
Yeah, I peaked in year 7 playing softball.
We could all be what is it, third team football? Third team?
We didn't have 3 teams.
No, I mean at uni.
Yeah,
we
C
could-
team. We could be
C
captain
team.
C
Yeah, C
teams.
team.
We
Yeah,
could
we
all
could
be
be
C
C
team.
team. Yeah. Hell yeah, we could be
Right,
C
If you
team.
sports
play
kit.
FIFA, you could be C team.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
All right, we'll have a bit of a Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison, if you don't mind.
I do.
Sha-la-la-la-la. Hope that's got everyone thinking about their Oh, no.
Pardon?
I hope everyone's thinking about their brown-eyed girls. Will,
Yeah.
we're going to continue the feature that Will's invented. What's it called, Will?
It's called Will's Wikipedia Wonders,
Ooh.
and it's the time of the show where I tell you about some things I read on the internet.
I'm really looking forward to this, yeah.
So I'm going to give you 3 things that I've seen online that I think are quite interesting, and you two are going to pick the one you want to hear about.
Okay.
I
So-
know what I'm picking already.
And, well, you
Well, we
haven't
need to hear
heard,
out.
you haven't
There
heard
might be
the new
another
one.
one.
There's a new one. So coming back from last week, we've got the T-Gondi virus, which affects 50% of everyone on the planet. It's very interesting. It's not very funny, but it is interesting.
Okay.
I want to know if I'm affected, to be honest.
You probably are. After
Oh
that,
my God.
there's the Great Spanko, my
Yes,
favourite.
please.
My personal favourite criminal in history. And finally, the Yule lads.
This is the new one.
This is the new one. They're the Yule lads. They come from Iceland.
Huh.
They're
Yeah.
just some Yule lads, you know.
I don't know what that
Ooh,
means.
that's very
but I know
mysterious.
The Yule
Spanko.
lads. Okay,
Spanko,
Spanko,
please.
right. You
Yeah,
wanna
go
hear
Spanko,
about
Spanko,
The
please.
name. He sounds like something like the circus man.
So Spanko, the best way to describe him is he's like Jack the Ripper,
Oh.
but he didn't kill anyone.
Oh.
What he did was he would prowl the streets of London in 1681.
Got to be fact.
Yeah, 1681.
Check.
And he would terrorise milkmaids and lower-born women.
Lower-born, like dwarves.
No,
Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure he didn't discriminate.
Oh, you
but
mean
I
lower
mean
class?
low-born, yeah, lower class women. So what he would do, rather than like Jack the Ripper, he wouldn't kill them. What he would do is he would run up to them. He would he would punch them. He would punch them.
okay.
Then he would bend them over.
Oh no.
And from his namesake, spank them, whilst also yelling the phrase "Spanko," and then run away. So this happened, as I said, in 1681.
Do you know if this was one man?
This is the interesting part. We'll get onto that
it's a
later.
cult.
So this happened in 1681, and it got bad. This was happening to a lot of women,
Oh no.
to the point where men were dressing up as women and were also being spanked in an attempt to catch him. So they were dressing up.
They
and
liked it,
they
didn't
thought,
they?
oh, what I can do is I can go and have this guy attack me. Then
That's what they
I'll
were
fist fight
saying.
him. Yeah, but apparently they also were unable to catch him because
Oh,
they
no.
they were punched in the face. With these things.
Uncatchable.
The police were looking for them for constant. He was also called Whipping Tom, which
Nah.
is a worse name.
Obviously.
But
The great Spanko.
yeah, so there was like vigilantes patrolling looking for him. Eventually, a local haberdasher in central London was found and tried for
What's
it.
a haberdasher?
They sell like buttons and
Oh,
things like that.
haberdashery.
Oh.
Yeah, just random
Okay.
little things. Now that was in like 1681. In 1712,
That's 100 years later.
No, it's 30.
Okay.
That's 100 years.
No,
To the
good
day.
job.
it's like 30,
It's
isn't
30
it?
years later, roughly, 29 or 31.
Close enough, right
It started happening again, but not in central London, in Hackney.
Oh.
So I
Ooh.
think someone had heard about these attacks, and they were so inspired by the great works of Spanko, they decided to start it again. Around 70 attacks happened
Oh my
in
God.
Hackney in the space of a very short time, until eventually a man called Thomas Wallace was caught and tried.
I love the idea that the police were like working out his methods. Number 1, punch in face.
Yeah.
2, hit woman.
It's quite methodic. I
And
like
then it's shout Spanko. Just shout it.
Which if you're a criminal doing something, don't shout your own name. Like, it's not very good. Initially, his plan was to attack 100 women before Christmas. Specifically, one on each day of Christmas. So it's 12 days of Christmas. So one on the first day of Christmas, 2 on the next one, leading up to 12 on Christmas Day, and then resume the attacks the next
It
year.
was so festive.
But sadly, he was caught.
Oh no.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. So I think it's Spanko. Bring him back.
Yeah,
What
psych, please.
What if the people of Students' Union Bournemouth could be listening to this?
I want Winton
and they're
Spanko.
re-inspired?
Winton
Yeah.
Spanko.
Get society going.
Yeah. Bring back Spanko.
Oh, that's terrible. So that was Will's Wikipedia Wonders.
There you go. I hope you enjoyed that.
I
There'll be a new
really
one
like
next
that.
week.
So what were the
I
other
might
two?
switch the Yule lads because it's funny, but it's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Get some more gripping.
It's intriguing. And then there's this virus. What was it called?
T-Gondi virus. Yeah.
Tigondi.
Yes, it's T, which is some long like Latin word that I can't say, and then Gondi.
Oh, okay. This
What?
is. I'm really scared about that one. I think I'm
It
gonna
probably
have to
doesn't
pick that
affect
next
you.
week as well.
It probably doesn't
Oh.
affect Max. So
Oh,
I'm really.
but
trying
maybe
not-
you.
it might affect me.
I'm severely
Oh,
trying
no.
not to look this up, just because I don't want to ruin it.
Save it for next
myself.
week.
I know.
I mean, if you want to hear about it, I'll try and find something else we can stick on the list
no,
as well.
no,
No, so you want the
I
T?
want to savor it. But
Say-
I
yeah,
just,
save
I
it for
just
next
get
week.
nervous.
You get.
You're not gonna die.
You'll be alright. It won't kill you, hopefully.
Oh God. And make sure everyone who's listening, anyone who's listening, just message in. What's the worst food you've ever had, and we'll read them out at the end. Give us your
Ooh.
best. Give us your juicy stories, like the juicy tomato I had to endure and sick up later.
In front of your dad.
Yeah. No, he didn't want to look at the shame. We got Clubfoot by Kasabian now. This is dinner time on Nerve. Kasabian there, Clubfoot.
Oh, that was mental.
Just dinner time.
At the end of the song.
You know why I really like that song? Gets me in the mood for fighting.
Just get aggressive.
Yeah, it's like do 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 do.
Yeah, we know how it went. We just
Yeah,
listened to it.
yeah.
It's really.
Oh,
Grr.
You look so
it's-
angry.
I'm scared now.
Hot drinks.
Okay.
That's
I
perfect.
couldn't think of a segue. I'm so
It's a
sorry.
perfect segue.
So we're going to talk about hot drinks now. My favourite hot drink is a black coffee. And the only reason I like black coffees is because I was coerced into it as a child. Well, not as a child, as a teenager.
Fed it in the crib.
Yeah.
Micro-dosing coffee
by
as
the
a child.
No, it was because
Sitting espresso.
it was at work. They always say, "Do you want a hot drink?" And whenever I said like Ribena, like a child,
I like hot Ribena. That was my answer.
But at work, it's a lot more effort for them to go and make a Ribena as well as coffees and teas for everyone else. So eventually, I just said black coffee because I don't like milk.
They asked.
We're all aware of how I dislike milk, and I refuse to have it on cereal, and I prefer water on cereal. We've had that. We've had this
Water
discussion
on
many
cereal.
a time.
Disgusting.
Yummy.
So I like watery coffee, and it was the easiest thing to do, and now I know how to make it. And now I've got really into it. My dad's bought me a cafetiere, and when my dad's playing Fortnite at home, he
Yeah, okay.
he asks me to make him coffees. I don't think I've had many coffees made by him. As many
But
coffees
you
as
make
I've
him
made.
coffee.
Numerous coffees have been made for him while he's playing Fortnite into the AM. And I get...
Have you even spoke about your dad in Fortnite on here yet?
Well, he just plays Fortnite. It's not that of age.
Your
Oh.
dad's a 13-year-old boy.
No, he's not. He's a 49-year-old level 50 Fortnite player.
Fortnite player.
He's,
yeah.
he's got fully addicted to Fortnite.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
bought his own Xbox.
He's bought his own Xbox, specifically for the free game Fortnite.
You'd think it'd be like a bonding experience for him and his sons to play together.
Yeah.
Like, that
My
makes
brother
sense.
won't play with
But
him.
your brother won't play, and you literally can't.
No,
in
my
in
laptop
two ways,
breaks.
yeah.
So yeah, what are your favourite hot drinks? Do you like teas or coffees?
I don't really
Don't
drink.
like tea.
I don't drink either.
I'm not
Oh,
British,
this is a great
apparently.
talking point.
No, I
then.
Yeah.
drink Ribena.
You like warm beaner?
Hot warm beaner.
Do you ever call it
I've-
that?
No.
No,
Oh,
I
my
don't
I
think
like
God,
it
calls
though.
it
I might.
Warmbina.
I'll start calling it Warmbina. Two, I like Lemsip.
just down in Lemsip.
I like Lem. I'll drink Lemsip even when I'm not ill because I like it.
I really like
that
the
healthy?
dust of Lemsip. It
What?
like so.
Oh no.
This is on the
This
level
is,
of
like,
I lick
weird.
crisps again, isn't it? Oh,
this
God.
is like.
I'll pour the Lemsip in, but the powder is a lot sweeter and less bitter. So what I'll do is I'll put my tongue in the packet and just lick up the packet.
Oh, no.
Just get
Like
get
It's
a
like
dog.
sherbet.
Like a dog
yeah,
trying to get
huff
some
the
peanut
dust,
butter out.
Huff the lemon
It's
dust.
like sherbet. You get your lolly and you dip it in it.
Oh, like a dib dab.
Yeah,
dip
dib
dab.
dab.
Sorry, dip dab.
Yeah, dip dab.
I
Dip dab sounds better.
I know. People. I correct people though by saying dip dab. I'm one of those idiots.
I don't know how often you're talking about dip dabs, but
Whenever I try and introduce it to catch people out. You know, the classic. Max.
Mine's basically the same as yours. Coffee. Only reason I got into it because my oldest brother used to force me to drink it.
it's weird.
You know, he just forced me to drink this
Open
coffee.
mouth.
He purposely make them like really milky and really sweet,
Yeah,
but he'd always just force me to drink loads of cups of coffee.
that's
Max looked at me
disgusting.
with genuine fear in his eyes when he said he forced me to.
Yeah.
Genuinely
He
scared.
like,
It's kind of being the youngest, it just kind of happens, you know, just get
Mm.
bullied into everything.
I'm the
you know.
youngest.
in your house? Oh yeah, you are. You get force-fed brown, like
Dray beef.
overly cooked beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother
Like-
just used to come into the room and just sneeze on me.
Straight
and
out
then
of
leave.
nowhere.
It was horrible. Or we just like push me over or something.
You're bullied.
Yeah, I was, but I got away with it because I was the youngest. So I used to like just younger, just chew into like I don't know
16
why.
years old chewing on wires.
Don't know why. As a child, I used to like chew Xbox games.
Yeah.
And, like
How old are we talking here?
let's say at least 16, 17.
Last
I
week.
don't know, but like I used to chew a lot of my brother's stuff. I don't know what age it was, but I've got some proper gnashes on me. So
yeah.
and he'd always get in trouble because he'd like attacking me. So I was pretty set.
Your home environment scares me a lot.
so strange.
Well, it's fine now, but yeah, that's why I like coffee.
Dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
That's why you like coffee now. I'm looking at you. You've got a Lucozade there. You definitely like Lucozade. Could you imagine that warm?
I was thinking that when I was
Ugh.
talking about Ribena. Yes,
A warm Luke.
I'd like it.
A fizzy warm drink, or does the fizz disappear?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be fizzy.
Do you not think?
I
I think it would
dunno.
still be fizzy. Or do you think it would all be bubbled out?
Yeah, but a flat Lucasade's not that nice.
I like it.
No, but a
Okay.
warm fizzy Lucozade
Yeah,
would
but-
be nice.
I've never had a fizzy hot drink.
I don't think I have. I'm trying to think of one.
I know if
Lemsip's
you-
kind of fizzy.
That's the paracetamol working its
Yeah,
magic.
just going mad. off
Drowsy.
Just double dose.
it. Start triple dosing. Just get through the day.
Oh, no. No.
Some legal highs off.
Oh. Is lemon your favourite lemon sip, or
Yeah, I've never been allowed any of the other flavours.
you
They're
get
too
hooked?
exotic
You
for me.
get hooked.
They're too tasty.
I can't enjoy my medicine that much.
Oh, well, I'm glad we were able to get a solid few minutes out of talking about hot drinks.
I don't know how we managed that.
Oh,
that was like,
jeez.
yeah. God. Especially
Uh,
considering two of us don't drink tea, really.
Or coffee.
Yeah.
I don't mind tea. If it's made for me, I'll drink it, but I'd never go out my way for someone else to make it.
I tried green tea the other day.
Is
No,
it
I tried
nice?
it like the other year. And,
Yeah. It's
well,
a big jump
like
from
December.
yesterday.
And I didn't like it, but I've still got about 9 of them left of the 10-pack that I bought. So every so often I'm just looking at them like, oh, maybe I should have it, and I don't. But
Well, if you don't like it, don't have it.
Yeah.
yeah,
get
but I
rid of
bought it now.
Mm,
We'll just
don't
get
need
rid
to
of
use it. He will drink that, though.
I won't.
No, he will.
Oh yeah, you
I-
will.
I
Why would I
forced
say you
myself.
I don't know, you look at me.
What else did I force myself to drink? 17p lemonade for a few months.
Yeah,
That was
that's
terrible.
lemonade.
You seem
that's
to just
fine.
stock up on loads of things
That I don't like.
You
that
don't
you
eat
don't
them,
like
yeah.
because they're cheap, and then you just have them.
Oh, this is a throwback. Do you remember 6p crisps?
Yeah.
How I used
You
to buy
wouldn't give me
6p
any
packs?
either.
You're
I
so
said, could I have a
greedy.
crisp? You'd be like, no, these are 6p. I need them.
You
You'd eat
literally each pack was 6p.
That
That
was
was
10 of them in a
horrible.
day.
Oh god, that was actually really bad.
You literally lived off that.
Mm. That was all right. We're having a tune here. We've got Come a Little Bit Closer by Jay and the Americans. Oh, come a little bit closer, guys. That's it.
I thought you started singing.
It's dinner
Yeah.
time. We've got Adam Maximal here, talking about your favourite food with your favourite tunes.
Yes.
It's 22-8, mates. Oh god. We're gonna be. What is a new feature
Got a new section here.
that Max is bring forth? We've had Will's Wikipedia Wonders, and now we're going to bring through Max's.
Two truths, one lie.
Boom.
That's not quite as good alliteration.
Well,
as my
we'll work on that.
but okay.
So
Sorted.
these are just two random truths and one random lie. None of them
Okay.
are really related at all. Could have done like a theme, but it's a bit hard to think of stuff, you know. So
Yeah.
my first one. Let me do like a quick summary of each of them. Okay,
Yeah.
this is what I've written down. Okay,
And then you'll read.
all of them have got three letters. So first one, mad at mum. Ooh,
Oh.
my mum's listening as well. Hello.
Yeah.
Next one, sock go-go's. Completely elusive. Kill self DOY.
I know all these stories.
I don't get any.
That it'll make some sense. Okay, so the first one, mad at mum. So I'm gonna set the setting now. I was we went on a walk, forest, you know, a nature reserve,
Yeah.
and I was pretty young. I'm gonna say 6, maybe 7,
Mm.
not too sure. And being a little troublesome little child, I was just running around. It was
Whippersnapper.
pretty muddy that day as well.
Chewing on things.
And we were with my grandparents at the time, and I jumped in a puddle, some fat off puddle, and I don't know if I covered anyone, but I think I remember I covered my mum or my nan with mud, and my mum was mad. So we went home, and she told me I was banned from playing with my toys, because I made a scene and got mud everywhere.
Yeah.
The only thing I was allowed to do was play with a puzzle, and I was so mad. I was beyond. I stormed up to my room. I sat on my windowsill. I was like, I'm so angry at my mum. And it's just really horrible to say. Like, I was like, I want my mum dead. I was so bad. So, sorry for that, mum. And yeah, so that's the first one.
Okay.
That cut off.
Second one. So this is during primary school, and during primary school, there's loads of like little crazes, like match tax and stuff like that. In our school, we had these thing called go-go's. They were like these little
Crazy Bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
there's
don't know what they are now. I didn't know what they were.
We
last
call them
time we talked
Go-Go's.
about- Yeah.
So basically, these little plastic sort of monsters.
Yeah.
And you buy like 3 in a pack.
Yeah.
And basically, the game was you go to a table.
Yeah.
There's 2 people play. One person goes to one end, and then opposite on the other end. And basically, you throw your go-go at theirs, and if
Yeah.
you knock it off, you get it.
Yeah.
And that's how.
Wait, forever or just for the
no,
game?
you take it. That's yours. It's your property now.
Oh, I wouldn't
so
have played it like
there's
that.
a reason why it got banned. So basically,
Yeah.
there was an off-brand that made bigger ones, like really big ones, and you could
Okay.
cheat because you got this massive one. It's easier to hit them, and I don't know what it was, but it was my favorite one. I was like, okay, I'm going to use this, and I lost to this like fake one. I got so mad. So basically, I keep all my little go-go's in this my just a sock. I bought a sock to school, and it's full of them.
My.
I was so mad. I whacked this kid with my
Yeah,
sock
I
full of
could imagine.
go-go's. I was so mad. I can't remember if I got in trouble for it, but yeah.
You should have done.
I
Whacking people with socks.
don't know, but like that game got really. Everyone got.
Real people do that with coins in their sock,
Yeah.
like nowadays.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Like you rob a bank with a
literally.
sock full of coins.
good things don't still do that. And okay, and last one, kill self DOY. So when I was working at Duke York, that's what DOY stands for. It's a pub. I worked there. I was a waiter for like a year and a bit, and the kitchen porter who washes up wasn't there. Okay.
Uh-oh.
There's usually 2, but there's only 1.
No, okay.
And then the other guy was on break or something, and our manager was freaking out because like there was no washing up was everywhere, had to be done. So he told me, okay, Max, get in there. I'll give you some extra tips if you help wash up. I was doing it, and then this new girl was there the same night. It was like a second shift, and she was helping me. I was just I was so sad. Like washing up is the doing like actual washing up in a restaurant is horrible because it's so stressful and it's like
He doesn't do our washing up at home either, so he can't even wash up just a pan.
If you've ever worked in like
he gets flashbacks.
Yeah.
if you ever worked as like a kitchen porter or anything, you kind of understand. But I was just speaking to her, like I don't want to be here. I want to go home. I was like, I might just smash this glass and just like slash my wrist so I could go home. Like I don't know why, but I was at the point where like I just could not be asked. I would physically just cut myself so I could go home early.
It wouldn't hurt that much.
That's what I was thinking. I kept telling her, should I do it? Should I just cut myself so I could go
She couldn't
home?
put
She
your hands
must have been
near it.
so scared. There's no second shift. There's this psycho boy standing at
This long man.
Should I just slip my wrist?
Well,
It's terrifying.
I was considering it. That's the first time I ever like.
That's
Good thing I didn't.
Yeah,
So-
well, yeah.
I was only on them for like another like 20 minutes or so, but
That took the longest 20 minutes.
working in that sort of environment, it's a no from me.
Ah.
So two
That's-
truths, one lie.
Right.
Okay. I've heard the washing up story before, and
Oh,
I think
no,
it's amazing. So I know that's a truth.
Yeah, I agree.
Or is it?
You already know the answer for some reason, but you've definitely told me the first 2 stories before in another game of Truth or Lie when I was playing it with you,
Probably.
and I really can't tell which it is between Crazy
can
Bones and
guess?
Mum. I really want to. You went into such depth with the Crazy Bones story, talking about how there was an off-brand one and all of this, but it could just be like there's a little bit wrong with it that means it's a lie. but I'm gonna say the truth. The lie is you didn't get mud all over your mum or nan or whatever, and then go play a puzzle and like, I want mum dead.
That's wrong.
No.
I was terrifically mad at my mum. That was true. The killing myself, that was true. And then hitting a kid with a sock full of Go-Go's was false.
That was a lie.
However, it's part truth.
Huh?
We did have that, but I just never attacked anyone. I wanted to, but I just never did.
Yeah.
I bit a actually, no. I guess it's tried and true. I was watching a game of people
Crazy
play,
Bones, yeah.
And you got your gnawing urges.
This guy in my class was Chris. He was watching. He moved away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took his place, and he came back and said, "Oh, I was standing there. We've got in a bit of a tussle, like physically moving each other about." And I just bit him on the shoulder, and I got told off for it.
Idiot. Let's have a bit of Dancing Queen by ABBA. Do you know who this is?
Yes.
It's ABBA.
The Dancing Queen.
That's me.
That's Adam.
Okay, that's you.
10 to 8. It's dinner time. We got Adam, Max and Will here.
Yeah.
Gosh. I'm so pleased with how the show's going at the moment. Not to toot my own horn or anything like that. But we're not all perfect. Some of us have bad habits, am I
Ooh.
right?
That was smooth.
That was really good.
No, not really.
I really like that.
My bad habit is I like to rip out my eyelashes and my eyebrow hair.
You literally just did that
You
as well.
did that as you said.
That looked horrible.
That didn't look very comfortable.
Is that not painful?
No, I've got so used to it. My eyelids have got used to it. They're stronger now.
Why'd you rip out your
I'll just
eyelashes?
do that and I go, oh, there we go.
And you look at it. I like you.
But
You
wha-
inspect it afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
To know if I
What
got
is
one.
your
Yeah.
what is your urge?
I think it was out of like exam pressure at one point in my time. I started ripping.
Now you just do it anyway.
It's funny because you got glasses on as well, so you have to lift
Yeah,
them
you
up
have to
every
lift them
time.
up and yank 'em
And
out.
smudge them up. That's why my glasses are always so dirty. They've just
Your
got
fingers.
smudgings.
You've got such weird habits.
It's not as bad as the crisps thing, but
It's not really a habit.
the crisps
That's
thing
just
is
disgusting.
a ritual.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I would do. Has anyone else got anything that they do that's really bad?
Max is disgusting. just
Not
as a,
really.
Just as a rule of thumb, he's quite disgusting.
Well, just live in a house of boys, you know, we're quite boyish, you know. Whenever I burp, everyone burps, so there's nothing wrong with that. For some reason, I just really follow through with it,
Yeah.
but like I can't really recreate the sound, but
It sounds like he's throwing up. It sounds like the start of him throwing up. I don't know. I don't want to do it on the radio because it sounds horrible.
but I've done a habit now where it's like that, but it's the burp.
It gets to the point of you hear the
Yeah, it sounds.
stomach
It's like
contents going too far.
if you're in like if you're in like a toilet in public or something, you heard someone doing that in a cubicle, you'd think they were throwing up, like very obviously.
Horrible.
But Max just does that after every burp, and sometimes just after meals.
I started as a joke, but now I can't stop doing it. So yeah, there's a bad habit.
That's pretty foul.
Just quite funny to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more disgusting than pulling at your own eyebrow.
Well, no,
Yeah.
not really.
No, I think yours is more
What?
disgusting. I think
You do
yeah.
yours.
Okay, you just
Actually,
grow
no,
up.
I don't know if I do mine in public. No one's ever said, Adam, leave your
I,
eyebrows
well,
there.
I think
never seen you
it
do
looks
it.
like you're just itching your eye.
Yeah.
But now you've said it, it's obviously you pulling hair out
So
and looking
weird.
at it.
I will keep doing it until I rip one out as well.
Yeah.
I get really scared if I do it with my eyelashes and I rip like 10 out. And I'd be like, is there a gap? Do I have a gap now?
That's so bad.
Yeah.
What about you, Will?
For me, I just whenever I see a radiator that's on, I feel the urge to turn it off.
Yeah, I know you do.
I can't live.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why? Do you not
I
like
don't
heat?
know why. I don't like it.
It scares you.
I don't like they're on.
What?
I don't know.
Do you get scared? Do
No,
you
I
feel
just get-
anxious?
So whenever we sit down and eat dinner, I just
Oh
get
my
too
God.
hot, so I just turn it off, and then you
Yeah,
complain about
the
being
living
cold.
room's only got one radiator, and Will sits directly next to it. That's his seat. It's always cold in the living room 'cause it's always off.
Well, I get too hot when I'm eating dinner.
But you get cold hands.
Yeah. Well, the radiator's not gonna. I'm not gonna put my hands on the radiator, am I?
You're an idiot.
No. It's also always off in my room.
I like how that's less of a bodily habit as well, and more of a
I don't know what. I chew my beard, but that's because it goes in my mouth.
that's
That is a
just
bit weird.
scary.
It's not
Yeah,
weird.
I
You
do
don't
that.
have a beard.
Yeah.
No.
Do you store food in your beard and eat it later?
Yes. There's a Lucozade bottle in there right now.
Ha 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 ha. Good one, Will. Should we have a? Oh, I'm not going to say should we have a song, but should we? Have
We
a
are
song?
gonna have a
Yeah,
song.
we'll
Yes,
have a song,
please.
obviously, we've got Doorman. I like this song a lot. Doorman.
Yeah.
By is it Slow Tie?
It's Slow Tie and
Muramasa?
Muramasa. Yeah.
I like this song because it makes me want to rob my own house. Like this song is so aggressive. It makes me want to just like do violent things.
Yeah, it's Watford homeless people is what it sounds like. The intro is homeless people.
Is Alex. How's business this morning?
Pretty good. Most people take things in moderation, you know.
Moderation.
Moderation. Most people take things.
It's Watford High Street right there.
Okay.
Oh, that was Doorman with a slow
tie by
Muramasa? Is he the guy that mixed it or something?
Yeah, he's like a DJ.
Oh, I really like
Well,
those
worst food.
House.
Do you want me to do mine?
Yeah, go with yours straight away.
So my dad said seafood has the reaction like The Exorcist. It's
What?
nice.
So he starts crawling around the walls.
No, with like
Force.
projectile vomiting.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of we speak
I
about a
think
lot of sick in this
I think it's
episode.
the main thing, The Exorcist.
So no seafood. My mum also said she can't really think of anything, but it helps if you're nice to the waiter.
Oh.
So if you're nice to the waiter, you get nice food. If you're not, you're gonna
You're
get.
going to get cut blood hands everywhere.
And my friend Melanie said mushrooms,
Is there any mushrooms?
just mushrooms, but she likes Chinese mushrooms, and she is Asian, so
Shiitake.
there is a correlation.
There you go.
Great. Adam Reason says, anything Meg, my girlfriend, cooks. Happy wife, happy life. Tom had a caramelized onion pizza, and he had to take the onion off.
So just had a
Why did he
margarita
order it?
pizza.
Yeah, that's what made him feel. That is the worst thing he's ever had. I want a life like that, really.
Something that simple.
My dad had this like cheesy chicken sauce that was made with like powdery cheese.
Yeah, the old powdered chicken.
I love me powdered chicken.
And he was sick just straight away.
Yeah.
And he also wanted to claim he's level 55 at Fortnite, not level 50. So we've got to make sure that's,
Pick up your dad.
that's important that that's been said. Oh, and Lottie once had a jam roly-poly. She thought someone had stolen it, but she found it a month later on a table underneath someone's bags and ate it, but it had mold in it.
So much was going on in that.
Why?
There was so much going on.
So she had a plastic bag with a donut in it, and she found it a month later and ate it. That reminds me of a great story that we're going to say next time that I've got about school. So
Okay.
we're going to say goodbye
Fantastic.
now.
Okay.
Love you, everyone.
Love you.
I'm gonna
Goodbye.